You know, guys, it's very rare in this day and age that I get to react to a musical artist that I share the same age with. That's why today got the perfect chance. Avril Lavigne just released a brand new music video featuring Simple Plan, Young and Dumb. It's been a while since I've listened to Avril Lavigne and Simple Plan. I've listened to Avril more than Simple Plan, but I used to listen to uh, both of them back in high school. So, with that being said, this is a little bit of a throwback reaction. All right, Avril Lavigne, Young and Dumb, featuring Simple Plan. Let's go. All right. You know, some people age gracefully, and some people don't. Somehow, I would personally say Avril has aged pretty dang well, especially with what she's had to deal with in her life. Man. You know, every party that I went to back in high school, they were blasting Avril Lavigne. Seriously, guys. You know what? It's been a few years since I actually listened to Avril Lavigne. It's been over a decade since I actually listened to any song from Simple Plan. I just come to the realization, man, it must have been like 2015, maybe 14, maybe even a little bit longer. Man, man. I was listening to both of them and like bands like Alien Ant Farm and Sum 41 and you know, some other bands that are kind of close. I'm just a kid, still a pop punk skater. They told me get a job, but I said no way. Living like a rock star, trashing dressing rooms, smashing Fender guitars, 'cause we got nothing to lose. I've been thinking about that summer when we had. So you see this luggage carrier right here, guys? Quick story. This luggage carrier right here, especially if it's made of brass. One time when I was in the very first time I went to Vegas, I was like 22 years old. I think there was this two Filipino guys and one other person. They were like, they had their faces covered. And I thought they were cleaners, right? I thought they worked at the hotel. But then the three of them were like walking pretty fast and they kept looking over their shoulder like this, right? So my coworker at the time, when we were going there, because we were there to catch some conventions and a NASCAR event and stuff like that, because his cousin worked for Tony Stewart, the NASCAR driver. And my coworker goes, "Yo, check them out." And I said, "Yeah, they look kind of awkward." And he goes, "They're stealing that right now." I was like, "Wait, what?" He said, "Yeah, look, the security's looking for them." Man, you know why? And I said, "Why would they steal that?" He said, "Because they think that this right here is real, made out of gold, like real gold." I was like, "Isn't that like brass?" He's like, "Brass plated." It's actually aluminum. Oh man. All of my weird stories come from Las Vegas. I don't know why. Man. Wow, that's it? That's the end? It's like 3 minutes went by real quick. Man. For those of you guys that listen to rock, it doesn't matter, rock, metal, whatever. When you were in high school, if you're still in high school, or just recently graduated high school, oh man, time flies. Uh, what rock bands were prevalent during that time that you go such a long while for? Maybe not some of you guys that are in college, or you know, a few years removed from like college and university or something. Like, what rock bands that maybe you haven't heard in like over 5+ years that come to mind, that you go such a long time without listening to them, that randomly maybe you're in the car, sifting through the radio station or something, and then it just sparks that nostalgic memory for you, whether good or bad. I know for most people, like, I know for no, most people are kind of like Nickelback, and I'm sick of it. Look at this photograph. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I get it. But no, what I mean is some bands like, I don't know, like generation before me. I always used to hear my cousins always talk about, oh yeah, Journey, man. Oh, I haven't heard Journey in so long. Oh yeah, they have a new singer now. Steve Perry's gone, and they have a guy from the Philippines that sounds almost just like him. And it's like, oh, really cool. And it's kind of weird watching them just their faces light up and talk about Journey. Oh, they went, oh, I haven't heard them in over 15 years, but this is so good. And I was like, okay, now I know that kind of feeling now. There's some bands that I haven't listened to in a long, long, long time, and it's mostly because I changed my musical taste. I changed the genres that I listen to. I've been shifting my stuff over to like Southeast Asia, trying to get away from all the samey music that's kind of got sick and tired of. But then there are some like Avril. Not so much Simple Plan, Simple Plan had their run when I was a kid, but Avril, I can at least say I have an attachment to, because we were both born in 1984. So anyway, I digress. Comment down below. You got some nice memories of some rock bands. They don't have to be super famous, but any rock bands that you guys haven't heard in a long time, and then all of a sudden, whether it's like through YouTube or you know, a car passing by, and then he's like, oh my god, is that Rage Against the Machine? Or it's like, damn. Comment down below. I'm very curious to read what you guys will say. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. I will leave a link in the description down below. You guys can go ahead and check out this music video. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.